Hello everybody, this is James with Down to Stick. So this is the first portion of the video on the pistol mag skin, and I actually kind of did it backwards. I'm recording this part last, but I got the video in the project done today at the shop. So I just wanted to show you real quick. This is the end result. Now I've already made the template for the mag, so I don't have to. I mean, I can show you how I measured for it, but I'm not going to do that part. Now, what I did to make that, I'm going to come over here. Now, I got my cut contour line there ready to go, and you don't want to play with the sizes on that. You just leave it. You know, if you say you start messing with it, that's going to change, so it's not going to fit the gun mag. But what I did was I went over here, just put it on top there like so. Make sure your cut contour is on top of the image in your layers panel. Now, I could copy one of these over here for the cut contour, but I'm just going to show you what I would do if I didn't have all that other stuff. Make a copy of that. Now just highlight these two, right click, make clipping mask, and then I will rasterize the image. Anybody that wants to know, I just keep my settings at CMYK 300 resolution, and then always make sure it's transparent. Hit OK. Now in the end result, on the part of the video where it's done, I get a white line here where my cut is just off just a little bit. Now that's done. That's I can't fix that, but what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and copy that again, and we are going to just turn that black, get rid of that spot color, and then I'm going to add the black fill, and we don't need a stroke on it. Make sure your stroke is down. I guess you could, but you'd have to outline that. Okay, so from here I'm going to go to Object, Path, Offset Path. Now I don't need all that. Okay, so let's go down a bit. Now see how that goes all the way down? That's just 2 mouse wheel rolls. I don't like that, so I'm going to go ahead and just add a 0 and then change that 1 to maybe a 3. Hit preview. Boom. Now the reason for doing that is it's going to add a little bit of a bleed to the project here. So let's go ahead and arrange, send that to back. Actually, we'll grab all these now. Hit your alignment tools. Now when this prints, it's going to cut right here down the cut contour line, and you got this excess black out here. And that's just going to give it a bleed so you don't end up with that white edge if your crop mark cuts are off. And you want to make sure that black layer is on the very back on your layers panel. So that one, see how down over here, look in my layers panel, it just sits at the bottom. Then you got your cut contour and then your image. Now if I ran it into the VersaWorks the way it is, it won't read that cut contour because it's above the image. Actually it will. I'll get into that in another video, but let's go ahead and realign these. Okay, so that's good to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and let's get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Now I'm going to put this over here. Now before I do anything else, I'm going to take my bleed object and my image. Sorry, I'm really tired. I'm going to group them, and I'm going to just drop them down into my image folder or layer. Sorry. Now from here I'm going to just hold Alt, drag to make a copy. Let go. Now I'm going to hit Control D, and that just copies your most recent action there. Alright, we'll come up here, make an extra one, and that's for the customer. So I'm actually going to make these two to test for myself, and you'll see that in the video here in a little bit. And that's it. That's all I need. I got my pistol mag skin, and then I've got the bleed line now. So I'm going to run this job tomorrow, but the job that I have coming up here in the video, that's going to be ran with the exact same process. I'm going to be using the PrismJet vehicle wrap. I believe it's PrismJet 100, or that's the over laminate, sorry. But I'm going to be using premium cast vinyl by Roland, and I don't know if they even carry that anymore. When I go to their website, I don't see it there anymore, but it's a good vinyl. Makes a really great sticker also. So we'll add those there. Now those are for me for another demonstration. Those are my AR-15 mag wraps. All right, let's get that down there just a bit. And another reason I build my jobs in Illustrator is see how these are all just packed really nice. If you did a nesting job in VersaWorks, you're going to use up a lot of material. And another thing I wanted to point out, in VersaWorks, later on you'll see in the video, I got this set. Let me show you. So the material I have, it's in a roll, 12.5 roll. Now the premium cast that I have is 20 inch, so I'm going to change that to 18.5. You have to get rid of 1.5 inches in your measurement for your crop marks. Okay, so I mean you could do 20, but then you got to just kind of guess on where that extra crop mark space is going to be. So just do 18.5 and you'll be good. Hit OK. Okay, now there's the job I'm going to run. Now another piece that I added to this job. Let me go to my my BN20 design folders. Oh wait, wrong one. Okay, right here, Spartan. This is a customer ordered this in 8 inch. So what I went ahead and did was I added this right over here, made it 8 inches tall, and that's a decal the customer's gonna get. And that's it. That's the job. So let's move along to the rest of it and hope you learned something. Oh, really quick. See how I got the Raiders on the cut contour line here, and then I got the bleed on this other side. You don't need to go out that far. I mean, if I just came down to about here, that'd be fine. This particular skin here, actually, after cutting, it does have a little bit of a white edge. And I have adjusted my BN20 several times. The crop cut test, print and cut test. It's everything's lined up, so who knows? But I just add that bleed on the darker images, and that's it. All right, moving along. Okay, so that's ready to go. Let's go ahead and save it. I'll go into my VersaWorks. Let's get rid of that old job. No. We're going to save that for now. So I'm going to open this up in... Dang it. I'm going to open this up in QB. Okay, everything looks good. Now, right now it's set to print and cut. I don't want to print and cut this. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get media width and make sure my crop marks are there. Now in my cutting settings, I'm just going to do print only. Now see over here, my magenta is getting really low. I'm running that thing till it's freaking empty. It's kind of like these Canon printers. They tell you they're running out of ink, and you got shit probably another 10 miles to go with it. Return to origin after print. Let's go up to our media type. We'll add the, so for that I can't think right now. For that premium cast vinyl, instead of your monochromatic calendar vinyl, I'm going to do the high gloss PVC. Change my halftone to dither. Okay, everything looks good. All right, let's go ahead and print that, and then we'll get to the next part. All right, the job's all done. It's on the gloss premium cast vinyl. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Okay. Now this one I want in a, I'm gonna do a gloss over laminate. So this is my Prism Jet 100. This is your gloss over laminate for vinyl wrapping. Okay, we'll go ahead and mark it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and mark it about here. And then I want this top piece to be about there. We'll set that aside. Grab this bad boy. A friend of mine gave me this cutter. I'm always trying to chop off my fingers when I'm doing stuff, so he's like, you know, try this. Might save you some limbs. And I'll tell you what, I love this thing. It's a Fiskar, not really sure what it's called, but rotary cutter. Man, talk about making my job much easier. Okay. If I had any complaints about the Fiskar cutter, it would be that the blade, it really digs into the cutting mat. But you know, what do you do? All right, so we're just gonna cut it about there. I'm over here trying to make it really straight, but it's not really that important for this part. Okay, now we're gonna laminate. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it the way that I do it. I always get feedback on how awful my method is, but it's how I do it. Okay, stick that there. Okay, so I got that in there. You want your laminate so the sticky side's facing down. I'll take off this corner here. And this really thin vinyl wrap laminate, it can be really hard to get off. In a lot of the videos you watch where people do this, you'll see them take a few minutes, sit there and fight with it. So I just peel off just about a ½ inch, slide my ruler in there, let it stick to the ruler. For me, that just gives it a little bit of stability. We'll take that out. Okay, ready to go. I don't have my rollers too tight. Okay, now usually I'll roll it around and I'll pop the ruler off, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it up top here. I hope you can see it, because there we go. Yeah, so usually I'll roll it around and then I'll pop it, but I want, if I did that, I might have bubbles on the end of the job here. Okay, all ready. Next thing I'll do, since this crop mark's in here a little bit, I'll line those two up. Maybe put a couple of dots here. I don't know how accurate that machine, if it's off a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and, oops. Okay, so let's go ahead and load this up. That magnet I use for, I'll put the magnet on here when I cut. That way I don't have to lock it back up, let it run through all its cycles. Excuse me. I don't always do the magnets, but just pointing that out in case anybody wondering what it was doing there. All right, right about there. Okay, let's get over here. Now, I'm gonna just use my camera to run this job instead of going to my screen record. All right, so there it is. So now I'm gonna go to cut only. Everything looks good, got the dancing ants. Now before I would go up and go through all my settings, but anymore when I do a cut, just the cut only, I just stay in the cutting controls. Cutting force, I want it about 70. It's just where I got my blade. One cut pass. Good to go. My machine's been kind of finicky lately with the crop marks. I don't know what it is, but I ran some heat transfer vinyl, and when it goes to read the second row of crop marks, it just spits it right out the back. Don't know why. Don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't really do a lot of heat transfer, so whatever. Okay, everything looks good. I'm gonna let that run, and then we'll do a quick install and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so job's done. So far so good. I'm going to weed. I love how thin this over laminate is. Yeah, just glides right off. You gotta be careful if you're trying to pick it all up. Like, I don't recommend you pick it all up like this, because you can ruin your jobs if you let it drop down. This piece here was an order customer made, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna give them this one, because no, yeah, it's fine. I thought maybe it's too thin. Okay, so the mag piece here, now I've already cleaned it, so I don't need to clean it, but you always want to make sure you clean it really good, okay? Next thing you're going to want is your heat gun. Make sure you got a heat gun available and a sponge. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. I'm just going to put that on right there. Okay, give it a little bit of heat. I'm gonna let it warm up for a sec. Now, see how my cut's off there? It's got that white border, so that's something I gotta fix. But for this demonstration, I'm just gonna put it on. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it some heat. Take your sponge. And there you go. You got your pistol mag skin. Now that's made out of premium cast vinyl. That's gonna hold up really good. When it's fresh, it's gonna feel a little bit rubbery, but man, that's gonna when that cools down, you let it sit for a day or so. It's gonna be on there really nice and tight. But came out good. I'm really happy with the result. It does not affect the function of the weapon in any way. You know, you pop that in. Okay. Beautiful. I do gotta add a bleed to it. I'm gonna redo them and get rid of that line there. I could trim them all by hand, but yeah, I'm not gonna. Now, while I got you, I wanted to show you one thing. So this is a brand new Magpul mag. So this Raiders one here that I got, I wanted to demonstrate that really quick also. And if you're done with the video and you want to, you just wanted to see the pistol skins, I appreciate you watching. But so the way I got these, see that little groove right there? Sorry, the light. That groove is going to come back to this little groove on the actual mag. You don't want it coming up past that. So I'm going to put one side on just to show you. Okay. Let's go about there. All right. Now this mag, I just took it out of the package, but you always want to clean it before you attempt to put these on. Now this is cut to go with the bottom here, okay? You want to line up that little groove right on the edge of where I showed you. Make sure the bottom is lined up. So you want to line up the bottom here with that groove there. Now this does kind of bend up a little bit, so I'm going to remove it. Right there, that's perfect. Okay, see how that lines up perfectly right there on the bottom? And then that little groove lines up right there on the end of the mag. Now you can take your hand, sponge, whatever, go ahead and give it a good press. Now when you're folding these over, yeah, it's this side here. So this one has those little grooves here. So what I do is I kind of try to roll it over and just kind of push it in that a little bit as I go. Okay. So I'm gonna give it some heat. Looks good. Now on this side, you would want to give it some more heat. I take my thumb in the middle, kind of roll it. Looking good so far. Okay, everything so far so good. I don't have to do too much more heat just yet. And do the other side. I'm just gonna leave that heat gun on. Okay. Using a sponge helps it get in all them little contours, all them little divots, everything that the mag has on it, like all the textures. Never use your fingernail to try to get these in the corners either. I've learned that lesson the hard way. I kind of did this on a whim too, so I'm not really, I have a table specifically for vinyl wrapping. Okay, there's your nice and glossy AR mag Raiders. It's got the nice script on one side, tattoo script. You got the Raiders skull here. I do notice that I need to nudge the design over just a bit. We're right here on the edge, and over here we got a little bit of room to play. If this was a tattoo I was doing, I'd definitely move that stencil over. But I don't know if you can see in the video, but how it nicely conforms to all the little grooves, the contours. Up here, it's kind of hanging over a little bit. What you're going to want to do is give it a little bit more heat, press. And after this cools down, you know, let it sit for about a day. Give it some more heat, and then just keep working at it with your sponge. Trust me, they feel a little rubbery at first when they're new, but you get it all where you want it. You get it all done. This thing's gonna hold up like it was made as part of that mag. That's it, man. That came out nice. So I hope you liked it. Got my Raiders mag. Okay, and got my other decals here. This one I made. This is actual vinyl wrap, but I'm gonna give it to the customer as a sticker. These ones, I do not like how that it's got that white edge, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and either trim those by hand. I think I'm just gonna run a new batch. I definitely it does not pass my quality standards, but no biggie, man. I'll just make some new ones and fix the bleed in that, and we're good to go. Thanks for checking it out. Hope this was entertaining, if anything. Sorry it's been a minute since I uploaded a video. I'm gonna try to keep on it more now. And thanks for watching.